What's going on, guys? Comics and tortillas. I love comics and I love tortillas, and we are talking about X-Men Unlimited #1. Came out a couple weeks back. I was very hesitant to read X-Men, and then I saw Ewing on here, but it's not Al Ewing. It's another Ewing. I don't know if they're related or not. I don't know, but I thought this issue was okay. X-Men has been in kind of in a weird place where it does not hit as it did in Krakoa, and after Krakoa it's just a mess. And I kind of feel in this issue it was structured well, but I kind of felt like everything was uh, hand given to them. Every solution they needed was there, and you're going to see some of it in this issue as we're going to read on my Kindle here. We're going to go panel to panel, and we're just going to go ahead and get started here. We're going to start off with Emma Frost, and she is here, and she is giving this huge amount of telepathic message to everyone that could hear that's a mutant, that she is opening up the gates to Graymatter Lane. This is going to be the new school for mutants. Okay, so this is I kind of feel like we're going back to the Xavier type of school in this issue. What they're trying to do. Okay, so she opens it up, and these doors open all over the place. And if they want to go in, they go in, and they go into this giant school. And I'm a little confused as to if where this school is. I don't know if it's actually in reality or in between, or I don't know. I didn't really get where this place is. We see Magneto here. Leave a comment below if, like, is he stuck to that chair? Because every time I see Magneto, he's in Professor Xavier's chair. Like, I don't know. I like, he did some modifications, but like, what's happening here? He can't walk? Let me know in the comments. Did I miss that somewhere between Kakoa and this? Probably. Let me know. we got our major X-Men here. Some of our favorites. Some of my personal favorites are in here. Got some new people. I got people I haven't seen in years. The guy on the bottom left, I forgot his name, but I do know he makes his hands into guns. I think he's from X-Force. I don't remember. We got Multi-Man. And they're all coming here, and they're all going to be either teaching students or teachers or staff. As you can see here, there's a lot of this full page is filled with X-Men that we love, and some X-Men that we don't really know, or I don't really know because I haven't really been reading X-Men. So we got the students, student mentors, and then all these X-Men here pretty much are teachers. Not all of them, but most of them are. Here we go. It's Eve Ewing. Anybody know if she's actually related to Al Ewing? Please let me know, because they do have different writing styles. Okay, so we'll just get into the story here. We're going to spoil everything, most of the book here. It's going to be a little longer video, but I hope you guys enjoy this type of panel to panel. We have Kitty here. She's talking to Nightcrawler, talking about the school, how well it is, how nice it is. They're going to start having their meeting here. They're going to have a staff meeting here. Emma Frost isn't the principal. It's kind of like Kitty is. She's the kind of like the face of the business here. She didn't want to be any part of that. So she's there. She's doing that. She's letting everyone know. You can see Cyclops already being Cyclops, being that type of character where if he's like Wolverine says it perfectly in this book, if he's not on board unless he's driving the bus. And you can already see that he's excluding himself from this group. We have questions about security. That's given out really quickly. We have Cyclops here. I'm sorry, Scott, do you have a question? Several. Classic Cyclops, which I enjoy. I like it. I think they picked out Cyclops perfect in this video. And then we have Cyclops is pretty worried about how we all going to all these different mutants in one place is always a bad situation. Something always goes bad. Someone's always going to attack us. And we start going into security of what's happening in this, what they have. And this guy here, I don't know who he is. He has something to do with Sinister, but he has made this place pretty much bulletproof, psychic proof, demon proof. Anything you could think of, he has made it where you cannot get into this place. So security is on point here. That's kind of a loaded, statement. Always. Still, that does not please Cyclops. He's already being, I'm out of here. This is a waste of time. And he takes off. Gets chewed out by a kitty here. what's your problem? And he just says, this planet is dangerous. Like this can blow up in your face. Like we need, this is not a good idea. So he cries about it. And he goes back to Alaska. Um, and then we have here, we're talking, Rogue's talking, and she's kind of like saying that, what, he does kind of have a point, but everyone, we are protected from the outside, but what we need to really think about from the inside, because everybody here has messed each other up in one way or another. And, he doesn't trust us. Cyclops doesn't trust us. And when we go into the danger room here, each teacher has kind of like their own role here. This could be danger room. We're going to have X-23. She's going to be the teacher here, and Wolverine's kind of just there when he's there, and there's one of the mentors there, and we have this new team, Danger Room, and they're going to practice. Now, this goes extremely bad very quickly. We're talking about defense, so they're blocking each other. I love the art in this book. I love the action scenes. I love just you could feel it in this book. Like when she's blocking it, I'm backing up a little bit. I love this. I love the panel to panel, by the way. And so we already started getting some people. As any school, you're going to have kids, older kids, and they're together. They're just not going to get along. And this one's already mad because she's a second year. How come she's not a mentor? You've got to prove your point. These guys are super old. These guys are super young, and they're already talking smack on each other. This one cuts her, which affects this one. As we get she gets this blood rush fury. She starts turning into this wild cat and starts going after everybody. They're trying to stop her. Wolverine 23 takes it down quickly. For some reason, this guy thinks he can stop everything, and he flies over there, which makes it even worse. As this guy sees food, or I don't know, just goes crazy and leaps on him and cuts him there. So this is a bad day for Wolverine, and he's just like, whatever. First day, emergency infirmary. I mean, what else do you expect? We got a bunch of other teachers here talking about stuff like, hey, this is not going well. And, I like this part because I like how everything isn't always going to be good. Everything it's going to be hard. It's going to be a first day of school. I work with kids, so I know first day of schools could be rough. And this one was pretty bad. So now we're talking about these three. They have some kind of a version of Cerebral. This is it. This floats through time, and not time, but different places. But our character here can always find it, and they're going to be looking for more mutants, as they usually do, as they always do. They find one in Paris, and we kind of get an idea of how this works and how these new kids will be invited into this school. They go into Paris. They're here, and I guess that's a bathroom. And they're already trying to there's one in there that's a mutant, and she's not having a good day either, and she's being bullied and all that stuff. And their job is just to not interact, but just to give the invitation as they push the card underneath the stall. And she takes it. She's the one that picked it up, and there's instructions on it to how to enter this school. And that's what she does. She goes in here. She's met here, kind of like how's it going? This is how it's going to work. Hope everything's fine. Really recruiting a lot of these different kinds of characters. So now we have Shadowcat. She's going to be coming here, and they need to get more tech from Sinisters. They have a lot of tech they took from him, and there's a lot of scars from what he has done in the past. This is one of them. He's been tortured. He's been taken by... I don't know who this character is, though. That's a problem. But for what I get is that he's been there, and he's been tortured, and he's been using Sinister's powers. Maybe it might even be a clone. I have no idea. But they have to go back and get more stuff, more tech, and that's where they're at. They're in here, and then they kind of hear this tapping noise, and we don't know what they see. We go back here, and it's Kitty's little dragon, Lockheed. And I thought that was pretty cool because, Kitty and Lockheed, there was a long history. I love seeing them in the 90s, 2000s. That was her dragon. That was her pet. That was her homie. Maybe this might backfire. I kind of feel that maybe this dragon isn't what we think, maybe. So I thought that was a nice touch. get going on that. We have these things in the middle. This guy's gonna be okay. Just they're talking about Cyclops. He's over here pouting in Alaska. But we get a Cyclops where he takes it into his own hands to teach these this school a lesson in this isn't a good idea. And I think he may have gone just maybe a little overboard here, as we see that I don't know if I don't know if he burned it down, lit a fire, explosion. I don't know what's happening, but that is the finishing of this book. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought it was an okay first issue. Okay. I thought it was okay. The second issue, we got Captain America. We're going to have some problems. He's here. Probably damage control, shield or something. But I think the art was great. I think the writing pushed the story along. I think this is a book that I think people will enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, please hit the like, hit the sub. Leave a comment below if you enjoyed it. If Magneto is stuck to that chair forever, I don't know. And anybody know the guy with the spikes on his arm? Is he like a Sinister clone? Not sure. Other than that, always keep on reading.